All right. So unfortunately, we got cut off earlier, and we were talking to my friend Andrew Lugden, who is a big Bears fan, and the whole bear. I'm still writing
Yeah,
that thought
Yeah, I
process.
know.
so
Our
maybe you should ask the
offline
audience.
conversation. So we understand how you became a Bears fan, but like, what are you kind of thinking as far as? Because the weird thing about Matt Nagy is that he was supposed to be fired on Thanksgiving,
Yep.
and he's still there. And one of the things that I always kind of think about, like, there's fans who say, like, well, play calling this, play calling that, but none of us really know exactly what's going on in that situation. But for you, do you want Nagy gone? If so, for why? And do you have anybody in mind, or like what's kind of your situation going through that?
So I I wasn't a big I want Nagy fan gone until going down there and actually seeing it in person and seeing the dysfunction.
Like 2 weeks ago, you were like, I'm done.
Yeah, when I went down there and saw, so he in that game that I went down there for, he tried to like really save himself. I think when he went nuts on the ref. I don't know if you saw that, but
Yeah, I saw his reaction. Yeah,
yeah, and I think that was like a big save of face. And then just the dysfunction on the sideline. It's like there was no fire. Nobody was firing anybody up. You know what I mean? It was like we were taking it in the rear from Minnesota in our own stadium, and nobody was doing anything. So I was like, I'm done.
well, let me ask you this though, as far as like, because one of the things that we talked about earlier was like quarterbacks, and like, who do you believe in, things like that. Like, do you believe in Justin Fields? Because I do. I
I
personally
do a lot. I just think that he needs more time. Like honestly, it would have
Oh,
been nice to
absolutely.
sit this year. I think getting used to the speed of the game is a huge thing. And then I don't I don't really like throwing multiple offensive coordinators at somebody over and over and over, which I don't want them to get into that habit because that's what we do. We're Bears fans. We always if we don't start winning, we're fire somebody, just fire them.
You guys are the New York Jets or the New York Giants of
Hmm.
the Midwest, basically, or the Midway, if you will.
Yep, I agree.
Well, it's just weird because like when I look at Justin Fields, I there's a lot of traits that I really love about that kid. Like the
Yeah.
arm strength, the athletic ability, everything else. Like I'm about that, but uh, the only thing that really irritates me is when people just say it's play calling, fix it. We just saw. I actually posted on my Facebook by my sports page.
Is it us? Because he just froze again. No, because it's still saying it's going on our side.